I wanted to share with you some of the baby bits and bobs that I have found the most useful from when our baby was 3 months, 4 months and 5 months, because she's 6 months today. So let me show you what we have been using. The first most useful thing is a zip up onesie. These have been so useful since she's been able to kind of actually stretch out her limbs. When she was newborn, they were not useful at all. But they have been so useful recently, and obviously they're super cute. They take like 2 seconds to do up. So I would highly recommend going for these. Start ignoring poppers, go for zips because they take like 2 seconds. It's amazing. 2 fun playthings that we have been using. One are stacking cups. So she can now pick them up, she can bang them, she can look at them, she can try and grab them. So we tend to put them on the floor around her in a circle so she can kind of look for them, start to roll over. She can't crawl, but she's trying to kind of make, she just grunts and looks at things, but she's trying to like make forward progress. So at the moment they're useful for that. These particular ones also have numbers on the bottom, and then they've got little holes, and all of the holes are different shapes. So number 8, for example, is circles. Number 5 is a hexagon. And then we can obviously have so much more fun when she's a little bit older playing with colours, stacking them. At the moment I stack them, she knocks them down, things like that. And these obviously tidy up so quickly and easily, and they make me very happy. Something along the same line is the little Tommy eggs. If I can open them. I'm going to try and open them without knocking them over to the floor. So they have these little eggs. They all undo. Each one's got a different colour egg. Well, chick, which is a bit bizarre. But they've got a little chirpy noise. Each one's got a little face. And then they've got a shape on the bottom. And they all kind of go back to where they belong at the moment. She can reach for them, grab them again. She can like bash them. The thing she likes the most is grabbing the box and throwing them. So that's kind of where we're at. So these again will also be more useful as she's older, but for now they're really entertaining her a lot. The next thing that is the most useful are these dribble proof lined bibs. I've only found these in Asda. These ones, I don't know if you can hear. So there's 2 sides to it, but it's also got something on the inside that stops the dribble going through. So when she wears these ones, she gets dribble on the top bit, but it doesn't go underneath, so it doesn't go on her clothes underneath. Obviously, if she grabs it and puts it in her mouth and gets dribble on the bottom, then yes, it's going to go everywhere. But compared to the other bibs that we have that she just dribbles on, we find that that goes through underneath. But these ones, the dribble lined ones or dribble proof ones, why would you line it with dribble? The dribble proof ones are like the best ones. I've only been able to find them in Asda so far. Let me know if you find them anywhere else, because I've literally just gone out and bought so many of exactly these ones because they've been that useful. The next item is a playmat of sorts. So we have got this beautiful playmat that a family member made for us. So this is just gorgeous. We use this every single day, all of the time. So this is what little one lays on when we put all our toys around her. We're going to invest in a bigger one now that she's a bit more mobile, because I feel like she's going to start kind of inching her way off of the mat. But I never thought a playmat would be useful until, because I thought you just play on the floor. But we have a dog, there's a lot of hair everywhere, and I just thought we'd keep on top of the hoovering, which we still do, but seeing the amount that her face goes in stuff, and she just likes to, I don't know, she bites stuff, she spits stuff up, like there's just a lot going on. So a playmat, and any playmat will do, but a playmat I found so useful. I've talked about this before, these little foil blankets, they start so teeny tiny and they end up being something like this. She loves it. We used it a lot actually when she was a lot younger and couldn't do anything. We just wrapped her in it and she could play with it. Now that she's older, she can do tummy time on it and she can scrunch it and she can look at it, and it's just makes a really good noise. And they are massive, so you can also cut them up if you want kind of like smaller versions of it, in case they just want to like grab it and hold it. But these are just seeming to be so far endless amounts of fun. So the next biggest one for us is the cot bed. She has so far been sleeping next to us in our bedroom, but now she is 6 months, we are going to move her into her own room, into the cot bed. But before she got to this 6-month point, we have been giving her day naps in the cot bed, so she starts to get used to being in here, we get used to having her in there, and it just kind of becomes a bit more of a normal place for her to sleep. So hopefully when we come to night time, she's going to love it. But so far, daytime naps are going well when we can get her to sleep. That's still another issue. Side by side with the cot bed is the baby monitor or camera situation. Obviously you don't have to have a camera and monitor, but for us it has been so useful these last maybe month and a half or 2 months just to be able to kind of sit downstairs and get on with some work, or go have a cup of tea in the garden and just kind of know that we've got the monitor on there that is going to flash up if she cries, or we can hear it if she cries, and then we can see what's going on, we can sort it out. But it's just nice to know that we can be calm knowing that she is safe and she's only like a glance away. One of my favourite things is our Beyond Move carrier. There are obviously so many different carriers, but the concept of a carrier is basically what I'm trying to say. As of 6 months, she can face forward in this carrier, and this carrier in particular is meant to be good for their hips, so that's kind of why we've gone for this one. She's currently in it at the moment, having a whale of a time, and she faces in until 6 months, so that is what we have been doing, and then when she gets 6 months and older, we can face her out. But for us, it's just been so handy for things like dog walks or just popping into somewhere really quickly and not having to open up the buggy and take everything with her. So for out and about trips, really handy, and it's nice to be able to like cuddle on the move. The thing that has given me the most freedom and hands-free time is a Jumperoo. The Jumperoo, I believe, says from 4 months plus, so they need to be able to do certain things like have good head control and touch their little tippy toes to the floor, things like that. So there are kind of benchmarks, but I think they say around about 4 months is when they're good to go in there. We don't put her in there for very long. I don't know if they have a time frame on it, but kind of we've gone for like 5-10 minutes, just see like what she likes doing. We don't actually put her in there for very long. But she loves it, loves it, loves it, loves it. She just bounces so much. It makes her so happy, and it's just enough. You know, when you have those moments when you just need to get something done, and it can be something like going and making a cup of tea or like putting the washing on. I don't know why I'm coming up with really boring things, but like, you know, those little things that you're like, oh, if only I could put her down for like 2 seconds, then I can go and do X, Y, Z, and my day will be nicer. That is kind of how I'm using it. Obviously, she loves it, which is a massive bonus, but it's just really nice to kind of be able to put her in there. I know she's not going to move. We put her in front of Hey Bear, which I'll talk about in a second, and it's just happy days. Something similar that we also have is like a Bumbo, but it's a Mums and Papas version of it. And we use that mostly during meal time, so she can sit with us while we're having food, and then hopefully when she's 6 months having food, then she can kind of use that little tray top to start weaning. But it's just nice to have somewhere that she goes. She much prefers the Jumperoo to the little seat, but I'm hoping that when we give her food, she will like the seat a lot more. I've now alluded to Hey Bear, which is something I didn't think I would use. You know when you start off and say, nope, she's not going to sit in front of the TV, and then you think, she's sitting in front of the TV, we need this to happen. I put my hands up, I fully admit that. I thought I was not going to be a fan of YouTube, etc., but she loves it. What can I say? So if you haven't come across it yet, Hey Bear on YouTube is just, it's so useful. She particularly loves the dancing fruit with the black screen and then the fruit come along. She also loves it if you dance in front of the TV and pretend that you're the fruit. So you have to do like, you have to pretend you're the strawberry, and then you have to pretend like you're the radishes coming along, then you have to give it a bit of sass. So like, there's a lot going on, but she loves that. And even not in the Jumperoo, she will sit and watch that. If you've exhausted playtime and you just need a moment, or if you just want to put her in front of the TV, because I'm not gonna lie, it's happening. So yeah, we have succumbed to the YouTube on that one, 100%. Obviously there's essentials like nappies, wipes, etc., but you're going to have all of that anyway. So these are just the things that we have genuinely used and have made our lives easier and made her happier, which is the key to all of this. There's a lot of different price points as well. So for the more expensive ones, if you have a look on things like Facebook Marketplace, you can hopefully find them super cheap, because the Mums and Papas chair that we bought, once we'd already opened it, used it, couldn't return it, we then found it for £10 on Facebook Marketplace. Once your little one's outgrown it, what are you going to do with it other than save it in your loft for a future rainy day or sell it? So there's a lot of things on there. I really hope this list is helpful. What would you add to my 3, 4 and 5 month must-have baby list?